This bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring first, from the Kingdom of Nine, weighing 274 pounds, Luther!
Taz, he's known as the original Death Dealer thanks to the time spent in the deathmatch scene in Japan. And apparently stepped right out of the Thriller video.
The jacket. You know, but the thing is, if you put Luther in that Triller video, I mean, it's going to be a lot shorter because he's probably going to rip people's limbs off and bite people's faces and scream like he does and torture people with those screams. It's kind of that weird sound that he does. It's like that high-pitched scream. It's very odd. The Luther screams.
Well, I was saying he stepped out of the Thriller video because of his dance moves.
Oh, I didn't have the jacket. Watermelon Jones, by the way. Side note. No sell.
And his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by the fallen angel Christopher Daniels and Scorpio Sky. From Southern California, weighing 210 pounds, Frankie KAZARIAN.
Well, Taz, you can see,
Cairo.
you can see Kazarian's record there at the bottom of the screen, 19-1. He has a chance to join a very rarefied club here tonight, the 20-win club in AEW. Only other members of that club are Kenny Omega, Cody, and Kazarian's partner in SCU, Scorpio Sky. We saw him pick up that 20th win last week on AEW Dark.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a good observation by you, and I'm glad you explained that. That's very important, no doubt about it. But Frankie Kazarian...
I'm not used to you complimenting me.
Oh, that's not true. Well, I'm very nice. You know that. I mean, you're one of the only people in this company I like besides Brian Cage, to be honest with you.
I appreciate that.
Everybody else hates me, and I hate them.
Is it because I let you cut in line at catering?
Yeah, that's what. Exactly.
Luther and Frankie Kazarian starting off a collar and elbow tie-up by both men. Kazarian able to spin. There it is.
I told you, bro. I kind of... It's in a weird way. I kind of like it. It's kind of funny.
Well, it's off-putting. It takes your head out of the game. You know, if Kazarian might have come in here with a game plan, the last thing he expects is a high-pitched screech from the Banshee-esque Luther.
I took my Banshee. But strong lockup, just completely take the Banshee. Strong lockup by both men, both veterans.
Come on, he broke clean for you. Let's break.
Banshee,
Come on,
hardly knew her.
2, 3.
It doesn't even make sense.
I don't.
Oh, but Luther, once again, talk about somebody that doesn't make sense.
Oh, nice arm drag by Frankie Kazarian. There's another.
And Kazarian maintains control of that arm of Luther. And you notice Luther wearing that sleeve from basically his wrist to the middle of his bicep. Could have some sort of unknown arm injury that Frankie Kazarian is looking to exploit here.
That's how you do it. The crook of your knee in the guy's bicep. The early goings of a short arm scissor, but it wasn't all the way there. But that's a good way. Look at that. Ooh, placing it right into the bicep area of Luther. Yeah, that hurts like hell.
Kazarian driving his kneecap, and Luther once again admonishing Rick Knox. Luther might be a little frustrated with his situation here. Knees to the midsection there by Luther. Followed up by a big shot. Has Kazarian staggered. Luther set Kazarian into the ropes. Kazarian puts on the brakes. Cover. 1, 2, no! Kazarian once again takes Luther over with that big arm drag.
Yeah, complete control, right? Frankie's got complete control of that arm, that wing of Luther. And Luther's just having a hard time getting his rear end out of this predicament.
And Luther, I mean, it's a great game plan by Kazarian because Luther is so dangerous when he does get his hands on you. But if his elbow or shoulder's out of socket, then Luther would be fighting at a diminished capacity. Hip toss attempt. Wild swing and a miss there by Luther. Oh!
What a huge knee right there off that hip toss attempt.
And big leg lariat there. Luther taking Kazarian off of his feet.
Big man can get in the air. Love those Chuck tails with the L on it.
Yeah, custom job there.
Custom job. Luther don't seem like the type that, like, you figure like if you're in high school in a glee club, you'd wear something like that.
And look at it, using his wrist tape to choke Kazarian.
Very old school tactic that works.
And once again, Luther trying to intimidate Rick Knox.
Knox just ran from him. I don't blame him. You never know what kind of whatever's going on with Luther. I mean, he's got a certain odor to him. Like when you walk by him backstage, he's not like, he doesn't smell crisp and clean, let's be honest. I've seen you make faces as you walk by him. I've seen it.
Well, it is Northern Florida in the summertime, Taz.
Exactly. Nice double underhooks right there. Butterfly type suplex.
Only a 1 count there. Luther saying it was 3.
Look at his voice has like, when I receive a text, you hear that. Just him yell. Oh, no.
I'm sure he could leave your outgoing message if you asked him.
Does anyone really use that anymore, dude?
I don't know.
Like, people don't talk on the phone. They don't leave VOs. Voice message. That's VM.
VOs.
What the hell was that? What announcer? I'm always working.
Except when you're not.
Exactly.
And Luther keeping the pressure on Kazarian in the corner. Just raking at the face. The movie he calls the face lift. Face ripper. Oh, as Luther charges in with the clothesline. Oh, he covers 1. Again, Kazarian kicking out at 1. Frankie Kazarian will not go softly into the night. Luther is apoplectic. Thus far in AEW, he hasn't really been tested like by somebody quite as tough as Kazarian, who's firing back some big right-handed shots. Luther seems to be fading as Kazarian keeps peppering him. Kick to the midsection, knee lift and clothesline. Luther up to his feet and Kazarian takes him down. Irish whip into the ropes, reversed there by Luther. Kazarian comes back, flying forearm, takes the big man down, Taz.
Well, yeah, from the thing is, you're at a point in the match where cardiovascular is a big deal, and obviously Frankie Kazarian, leaner-built athlete, and he's got a lot more left in the tank at this point, it looks like to me, than big Luther. So I think that's part of the problem Luther having right now.
But Luther's so tough, so dangerous. All it takes is 1 shot from him.
Oh, just missed that 1 shot and just caught a shot by Frankie Kazarian.
Kazarian with that enziguri comes over the top, rolls up Luther. 1, 2, no! Luther kicks out. Kazarian again, just peppering Luther with those big right hands.
Yeah, big time haymakers, dude. I mean, really.
Oh, Luther though hits the pump kick, drops Kazarian down to his knees. Luther charging in, Kazarian gets the boot up, and now Kazarian up onto the shoulders of Luther.
Victory roll.
Rolls him up, victory roll. 1, 2, 3, wow!
The winner of this match, Frankie Kazarian.
Well, victory roll got Kazarian the victory, right? So perfectly done. Even though you saw Luther's head kind of pop out, it didn't matter. He was able to stack the man up and get the win. Good job.
Luther's shoulders were pinned to the mat, and Frankie Kazarian notches his 20th career victory here in All Elite Wrestling.
And I'm an all-star.